Good morning students, I am Ramani Valluri from Social Science Department, Narayana Group. Today we are going to deal with social assignment for class 10th, Democratic Politics, Federalism. Let's see the first question. What constitution is declared by India after independence? It means that how was India described in the constitution? So, India was described in the constitution, or constitution declared India as union of states. See, if you see that in the constitution, the word federalism was not used for India. So what is the word we have used to describe India? Even though it has got federal features, we have used union of states. Let's see the second question. On which principles Indian Union is based? On which principles Indian Union is based? It is on federalism. That is, India has federal features. What are the federal features? We have 2 or 3 levels of government we have. Isn't it? One level at the central and one at the state level, and we have a local panchayats or village panchayats also. We have local self-government, it is called as. So, on which principles Indian Union is based? It is based on federalism. Let's see the next question. In what form the third tier of federalism was added? In what form the third tier of federalism was added? That is in the form of panchayats at village level, and in the form of municipalities or municipal corporations at urban level. So at rural level we are using village panchayats or local panchayats. At urban level we are using the word municipalities or municipal corporations. So the third tier of federalism was added in the form of panchayats and municipalities and municipal corporations. Next question. What does different tiers enjoy? Different tiers enjoy the jurisdiction, separate jurisdiction. So what do you mean by here the tiers? Tiers means here is nothing but different levels of the government. Different levels of the government in federation means union government or central government, state government at the state level or provincial government. We can give any name based on the nation. In India we are calling it as a central government or union government, and at the state level we are calling it as a state government, and we have a third tier, that is third level, which is nothing but a village panchayat or a panchayati raj system we call it as. So they enjoy separate jurisdiction. Separate jurisdiction means their subjects or the area of administration is clearly defined in the constitution. The area is clearly defined on which they have to administer. So that is called the area of jurisdiction. So you can write enjoy separate jurisdiction. What is the next question here? Then how much majority is required in the parliament to amend any part of the constitution? To amend means to bring changes. You all know that in 1950 itself our constitution was came into force, but there are so many changes have come, isn't it? So to make changes as per the adjustment of the present scenario, so what is required? 2/3 of majority in the parliament is required to change any provision of the constitution. That means 2/3 of the members should put to debate, discuss, then vote, then it will be amended. So here how much majority is required to amend any provision of the constitution? 2/3 of majority is required to bring any change or to amend the provisions of the constitution. What is the next question? Which level of government India manages subject of union territories? Which level of government rule or administer the subjects of union territories? That is central government. Central government make or frame rules on union territories. As you all know that we have states and union territories. What are states? States have autonomous bodies. States can administer their areas, isn't it? But whereas union territories, they will come directly under the union government, isn't it? Or president rule. So who administers on behalf of the president or the union government? the Lieutenant Governor administers the union government. So which government? The union government or the central government frame rules on subjects of union territories. So next question, what is meant by residuary subjects? What is meant by residuary subjects? Subjects which are not mentioned either in the union list or state list or concurrent list, those subjects comes under residuary subjects or residuary powers of the central government. Who will have the powers to frame rules on residuary subjects? The central government will have. Why residuary subjects or why residuary powers we are having for the union government? Because again the constitution was made in 1950. Now it is new subjects have come because now it is 2020, right? Many new changes have come. Yes or no? So because of those new subjects which are added, but those subjects were not there during that time when the constitution was made. So that is why they kept a separate list, that is residuary subjects are residuary powers. So residuary subjects are those, the subjects which are not included either in union list, state list or concurrent list, that comes under residuary powers, and residuary powers or residuary subjects were administered by the central government or the union government. So you can write subjects which are not mentioned in union, state and concurrent list are called residuary subjects. Okay, what is the next question here? Which institution decides in case of any dispute about the division of powers between center and the state? If any dispute occurs, it is the judiciary which decides in case of any dispute occurs between union and state. Division of powers, judiciary comes into power. So which institution decides in case of any dispute between division of powers between center and state? It is judiciary, because you all know that we have a central government and state governments, right? And we have divided the subjects under the heading of union list, state list and concurrent list. Like this we have divided. But if any dispute occurs in the area of administration between the central government and the state government, which has to interfere, which has to interpret the constitution, or which has to resolve the dispute between the union and state government, it is the judiciary. Whatever the verdict given by the judiciary, it is the final verdict. So next question, which states in India enjoy special status under certain provisions of the Indian Constitution? Under special provisions, which are the states? Assam, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh and Mizoram, and even there are other states also for your information. Gujarat, right? Gujarat, Karnataka, then the seven sisters of northeastern states like this, Assam, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram. All these states enjoy special provisions or special status under Article 371 and Article 370. Of course, Article 370 is scrapped now by our Prime Minister Modi ji. Fine. So now Jammu and Kashmir is also coming as a union territory. That is a different story. But which all states? You can write these states under Article 371. Why special provisions were given to these states? Because they felt that certain areas are still backward in that particular. So they require a special administration. Hence some reservations are made for those minority communities, and to give impetus to those areas, special provisions and special powers were given to certain areas of certain states. So that is called the special status under certain provisions of the Constitution. You can just go through Article 371, you will understand. So Assam, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, even you can also mention about Gujarat and Karnataka also. Okay. Next is police and commerce belong to which list? This belongs to state list. As we have already mentioned, we have union list, state list and concurrent list, right? There are so many subjects are there. Under union list we have 97 subjects are there. Under state list we have 66 subjects are there. Under concurrent list we have almost 47 subjects are there. right? So there are various subjects. So in that they may give you certain subjects. They may ask you what is this subject belong to which list. So here the question is police and commerce belong to which list? You have to mention state list. Next question is, what is the basic structure of the Indian constitution? The basic structure of the constitution is a sharing of power between the union government and the state government, because our basic structure of the constitution itself is a federal form. Because it did not use the word federal, it doesn't mean that it is not distributing the powers, but because it used the word union of states, and sharing of power between the union government and the state government is the basic structure of our constitution. Next question is, with this we have completed all the questions of today's assignment, and please just go through and write it in neatly in your classwork or homework notebooks. Thank you so much.